Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstir Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. We just had a absolute fabulous collab. Don't do collabs very often with Lena from Tarot Down Under, so I'm sure it'll be on her channel shortly. And very, very intense, as collabs always are, because you've got two who are coming flooded with spiritual energy, crashing together and trying to come up with some sort of discussion. But it was really, really good fun. So I will post that link to Lena's the collab and Lena's live in my post section when Lena pops it up. Okay, bear with me with this particular reading. There's a lot that actually, there's a few deep dives that I want to have a look at today. So, and good night's sleep, feeling a lot better today. Nothing like the brain actually arriving home a day later than the body. So I'm going to use the Golden Universal Tarot, probably quite apt that I have the Empress side up, or should I have the Magician side up with the manipulation? But going to use this particular deck in this reading. So what I want to have a look at is Eric, i.e. Glue. I'll just call him Glue for short. You know who I'm talking about, son of the second son of the felon. Has threatened to sue MSN now over reporting on his trip to China. The speculation now, Glue was, because I call the oldest one Sniffy and this one's Glue. He's claiming he only went to China because he's a loving and devoted son. Please excuse me. And that he has no property or investments in China at all. So blah, blah, blah. As if property is the only investment. What are we actually looking at here? So what was reported by MSN now is that Glue was over there seeking out, just having discussions with a Chinese computer chip manufacturer. And I've got called Nano Labs, a Hangzhou-based company that is exploring AI-related ventures, including building American-based data centers, cloud AI platforms, and AI native platforms. So for those that basically a regime that forced the sale of TikTok to Ellison, and we know Ellison's background as well. He's fully in as one of these tech bros and fully in on the regime. So basically the forcing of TikTok was so that they could censor what was being put out there. But what you've got now is you've now got Glue over there with representing a company, Alt5 Sigma, who recently signed a memorandum of understandings with Nano Labs, the Chinese-based chip maker, in regards to building the AI centers. So it's like, well, so the real reason for forcing the sale of TikTok, we know, was absolutely false. So Glue holds an observer position on the board of Alt5. Now, if you remember when Sniffy and Glue rung the bell at the stock exchange, they had Alt-I Sigma logoing in the background. So he holds an observer position on the board of Alt5, and the company is chaired by Zach Witkoff. Now, where have we heard Witkoff before? The son of Steve Witkoff, who has been trotting all over the world as chief negotiator, allegedly, but really it's all about investment and trying to get deals done. So Zach Witkoff is also a partner on Alt5's board, but he's also a partner in World Liberty Finance. Now, World Liberty Finance, they seem to think if they put Liberty on it, it makes it legit, is the Felon Family crypto venture. Now, if you think about the Felon Family crypto venture, it just never ends, really. The board members are the felon himself, Glue, Sniffy, and Barron are the top three, but you've also got Steve Witkoff, Zach Witkoff, and Alex Witkoff are on the board as well as co-founders of World Liberty Finance. They're also on the board of this Alt 5 in various roles. Now, another board member is Zachary Folkham, who is also on the board of World Liberty Finance. So, World Liberty Finance is the lead investor in Alt 5, apparently in a $1.5 billion share offering. I'm not quite sure which way it goes as to who's invested in who, but they are really intimately connected. So, this is, as this article says, and I'm reading it, salty politics at .substack.com. Says this is not a minor coincidence. It's a collision of public power and private interest, much of it related to China, and stands to massively enrich the Fallon family. The scandal involves foreign intelligence assets, Chinese influence, Middle Eastern money, because World Liberty Finance got its vast amount of seed money from the Saudis, and should be leading nightly newscasts in the front pages of national newspapers. Instead, it's buried under a mountain of other summit coverage. So pretty much. And then if I head over to a website called coindesk.com, it talks about the Trump family's play in regards to Alt 5 Sigma. The Fallon family backed World Liberty Finance is injecting its tokens, so it's a crypto coin, into the balance sheet of Alt 5 Sigma through a $1.5 billion share sale. Oh, goodness me. I mean, a lot of us readers also talk about that these companies, they're actually investing in each other, and that's what's keeping them afloat. But this is so intertwined, these two companies. And as I said, a memorandum of understanding to explore the Chinese tech firm Nano in building the AI centers in the US. Oh, it's just unbelievable. So using my golden universal tarot, what question do I want to ask? Well, Glue is threatening to sue MSN now over the report on the trip. He's claiming he only went there as a devoted son. Yeah, right, sure. Not at all. Why is this not headline news? They're trying to, this is why he sued. They're trying to keep a lid on the financial connections here and the contracts and agreements that were signed. Now, I suspect because I'm going to say what they've done is probably highly illegal with that Eight of Swords, or they could risk imprisonment. But yeah, they're trying to keep, the reason why he's threatened to sue is he doesn't want that information to get out there. Now, on the reading I was doing with Lena, we were talking about investigative journalism, possibly in regards to this. I can never remember what we talked about. Investigative journalism, and pretty much, yes, the investigations are still going on, but you've got to remember the journalist from the Panama Papers was unalived. You got Khashoggi that was looking into the Kushners and connections with the Saudis was unalived. So this is very possibly why we're not hearing a lot about it on mainstream media, because at the end of the day, their lives are actually threatened by releasing this information. But so, yeah, he threatened to sue because he wants to they all want to keep this under wraps about a contract that was entered. So, what happens now? So the Saudis financed World Liberty Finance. World Liberty Finance financed Alt 5 Sigma. Alt 5 Sigma is contracting to a China technology company to build the AI data centers. Oh, it's so convoluted. What do we need to know? Okay, what do we need to know? Now that this information is out there, now that this information, okay, what's Eric thinking? No, not what Eric's thinking. This was never supposed to get out. I mean, they weren't hard dots to connect. Did Eric sign something? Did Glue sign something? I eat glue. Did Glue sign a contract with this? Let's have a look at it. Sorry, the what's it called? Nano. Let's have a look. Nano Labs. Did Eric sign, while he was in China, did Eric sign a contract for Nano Labs? With Nano Labs. Watch for an announcement out of the White House about a contract being issued for the signing, perhaps the signing. I mean, I read on it the other week about the fact that the Sniffy and Glue invested really, really heavily in a mining company in the far east of Europe. And next day, literally, the White House announced that they would be investing in this mine. Okay, so did Eric sign something? Sorry, it's taken me so long to get to a card. Oh, yes, he did. But we've got the abuse, the betrayal, the deceit, the lies, the steal. But this is an abuse of power, an abuse of a situation. You've got people walking away from it, though. It's like they're greedy, gobbling up all that's on offer here. Like, I'm thinking, I'm seeing like a Pac-Man, but it's more like a Hungry Hippos Pac-Man. You guys know what I'm talking about, where it's just gobble, 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 which is I'm not going to say unfair advantage, because these other firms, these other tech bro firms, are just as bad if they had the opportunity. But they would the fact that the felon himself is in the White House means that it's the Sniffy and Glue and that their companies have and the Witkoff with a V, thank you very much, originates from Russia. They have an unfair advantage. So you've got those that are feeling like there's been this abuse, this betrayal with this unfair advantage. They're walking away. Okay, let's see where this goes. The challenge is going to be the information is out there. They're on the back foot, having to try and defend their position. There was secret dealings done, financial secret dealings done behind the scenes in regards to architects for creating something. So I would say, yes, there are deals that are done, dark money behind the scenes. Crypto is incredibly useful if you're wanting to make financial transactions. From what I've understood, I've never used the thing, but if you want to make financial transactions that go under the radar. So this is dark money, plotting and planning about creating something, architects to create something. It's been exposed. You've got the Sun card there. It has been exposed for those that bother to actually have a look into it. So it's not even grifting, it's worse than grifting. This blatant corruption because Felon Senior is in the White House is just astounding. But it's been revealed. The links have been revealed in the past here. So did he sign something? I'm going to say he did. But he's on the back foot having to defend against it. That's why he's threatened to sue. And that's their modus operandi, is they threaten to sue to try and shut somebody up, except that the reality is when it comes to discovery, they tend to back out fairly quickly, ergo Melania and Wolf. But the false night, the energy over it, an offer was made, some sort of emotional offer, but it's fake. It's a pretense at the excuse. Claims that he was the loving, only went over as the loving son. Yeah, BS. And there's the moon card, the immediate future, the secrets being revealed. What is done under the cover of the darkness of the moon is being revealed. This is ghastly on the one of the lowest levels of ghastly. And oh gee, what about Hunter Biden's laptop? Notice how that quickly stopped when they got control. But yeah, this is just devious under the cover of darkness operation that they're trying to keep secret, but it's out there now. You've got the Chariot, so a couple of major arcana, one on top of the other. The Chariot, this is the attempted movement forward. It can be chaotic movement forward if you can't get the two sphinxes to pull together. It's also my card for the military, so don't be surprised if there's a military contract that's involved with this. It's all about money into the military and military contracts. But this is about movement forward if you can get them to pull together. However, the sphinxes are lying down, so perhaps the movement forward might be stopped, might be halted, because it's now out in the open. Let's see where it goes. Moving on. Again, though, under the disguise, the swords, Six of Swords, attempting to get out of dodge. It's been revealed. Oh, there's the infighting there. Yeah, what I was getting before I started throwing the cards, that the others involved, Daddy Dearest and Cough, are really, really angry that this connection's been made. That it should have been more. I mean, Eric couldn't have been more secretive if he tried, but there's this infighting about it's all your fault that they made the connection. No, it's your fault. No, it's your fault for standing in front of the Alt 5 sign ringing the bell. Oh, it's your fault for going. We should have sent one of the Cough sons or something instead, blah, 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 blah. Eric messed it up, which he always does. Eric always messes it up. The outcome, King of Swords, legal action being taken, the inability to harvest what was put in play. So we've got King of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, the inability to harvest. So it's now out in the public view. We've got the those that are living in this life of luxury finding themselves trapped in this. You've got the contract and agreement there. The gift from the past. Connections. Oh, the devil. I'm not going to say the mercenary. The ability. I'm just getting the ability to move forward for this. Is it's now the connections, this gift from the past, the contracts now on full public view. And I think it's not going to be able to move forward. And then we've got the Eight of Cups, the walking away. So we've got the getting out of dodge, the walking away. Yeah, I think I'm getting that the others involved, and when I'm talking about the others involved, I'm talking about um, the Covs, Zach and Alex, and Daddy Stephen. I am getting that they are really angry that Eric got sprung. It's like they're they're blaming Eric for if I can get this, it's like they're blaming Eric for um, they're blaming him for being the word I'm getting is lazy, but it's not that um, it's not that Eric actually did anything obvious. It's just they need someone to blame. And they're saying, "Oh, I should have sent." Hearing they should have sent Alex to sign it, not Eric. So, what's showing me the future? Thinking future of this Nano Labs with Alt 5 Sigma. Come on down, then we'll have a look to see how it's actually going. The inability to harvest. Looking at alternate options, but the inability to make it go forward. They're literally, this deal is going to die on the vine, challenged by those that thought they could get away with anything because of their money. Oh, same. I mean, I poker shuffled them in, so okay, a few of them would be potentially coming back together, but the fact that they're actually coming out. So this, we've got here the Knight of Pentacles, the inability to move. The Knight's not moving forward. The money's not coming. It's also my card for the Mercenary, but I'm not feeling the Mercenary. I'm just feeling like they can't get out of the starting gates. In the past, we've got this Six of Wands being seen for the position that they're in. It's a very uncomfortable position, but it's my false victory card as well. It's almost like, yeah, we signed it, blah, 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 blah. But they can't get it to move forward because it's been exposed in the past. So we've got this false victory, this fake celebration here. Crowning the reading there, justice. Actions having consequences and justice. I think there's going to be some sort of legal action being taken about this. And there's Ace of Wands in the immediate future, a big bam bam stick, a big information stick being brought forward, a big exposure of the plan here. I mean, never before in the history of, 100 and something years or 250 years, however you like to look at it, in the history of modern United States, has there been a president that has been so blatantly, with his family and his cronies, so blatantly corrupt, except that now it's exposing that there is no ways and means to prevent him from doing so. Prior to this, it was all very much gentlemanly agreements and being honourable to a degree. But what have we got here? So externally, rash actions, bringing a harsh truth. Now, if glue hadn't threatened MS now, it would never have come to my attention, would have gone under the radar and would never have even realised it. So rash action, rash attacking has brought this into the light, and it's brought forward this harsh truth being exposed. There's the infighting card internally. Eric, you idiot. I don't even know where he threatened her. Was it on what used to be called Twitter? I think he threatened her without consulting what to do. It was just his knee-jerk reaction. And now you've got this infighting within the ranks You idiot, you fool. So how's it going to go? Right, there's the Temperance card and the hopes and fears. The alchemy, pouring from one cup to another to create something new. How to spin it. Ooh, Two of Pentacles. The outcome. A loss, a reduction, trying to juggle the situation, juggle the money back and forth. As I said, this one lends to that one that then buys off this one that borrows off that one that lends to that one. That it is very much a circular economy within the AI bubble, which is why eventually it'll reach a point where it'll burst. But this is very much the circular. So between Alt 5 and World Liberty, the circular back and forth, but it's a decreasing circular as they try and juggle the finances. Right, so we've got the Two of Pentacles, we've then got the Two of Cups, the agreements that were made between the companies, and then the Four of Swords going down, being forced to retreat. Wheel of Fortune, those that thought they were on the top end up on the bottom. And we've got the Hanged Man, and we've got the reduction in circumstances. The Hanged Man means something is stopped, something is paused, something is sacrificed. And then the reduction in circumstances. We've then got another two, so that's what, 1, 2, 3 twos, which are about choices that need to be made and directions that can be taken. This is about looking for an alternate plan. Some sort of announcement potentially coming out of the White House, but then we've got the legal action being taken, and we've got the Strength card. Strength in the legal action, and then out in the cold and poverty. Ooh boy, poor choices with the Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands, having to defend themselves, and there's that Moon card again. Oh boy, they be in big doo-doo. I think there's going to be legal action taken against this deal. I don't know who's going to bring it. Somebody's going to, against this deal going ahead, which is going to end up because it's preventing the circular movement, it's preventing the movement of the money. Oh, it's not going to end up well for either company. So tell me, how do the other board members feel about Eric at the moment? How do the other board members feel about Eric? How do the other board members feel about Eric? I feel he was sloppy, is what I'm getting. Let's have a look. How do they feel about Eric? Right, well, there's the King of Quoits. That'd be Daddy, dearest. Back foot trying to defend the position in the tower. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Bringing everything down. There's Glue himself with his talking stick. An offer being made. False Knight. Devil. Bruised, battered, back up against the wall. Beaten up. Still hanging onto his stick, though. Hanging onto his stick. Trying to right things for the oligarchs that are involved. But the abuse of power is obvious to all, and slinking off under the cover of darkness. Do not be surprised if Eric leaves the country. On this very obvious situation, again, he's still hanging on to his plan. Look, I can make it right. But there's the Sun. The Sun card, the money trails, being rejected, potentially facing prison time or just legal restriction. Eric's hanging on to his stick, hanging on to his plan, and the word I'm hearing is they're accusing him of being sloppy. Oh dear. Don't know how we should have sent Alex. That's what I'm hearing. Should have sent Alex. Don't know why they sent Glue. Should have sent Alex. I mean, yeah. So it's been fully revealed. It's going to end badly. Moon card, 5 of Pentacles. It's going to end badly for Eric. I've always got it. It's going to end badly for the two. Well, all of the sons actually. Ivanka will be all right, but as soon as Daddy Dearest goes, I suspect there'll be a divorce on the cards there. But the 3 sons not ending well. Fool's Gold. Might be China that stops it going ahead because we've got the Emperor here. Those that feathered their nest, those that are living in this lap of luxury. There was a foolish gold opportunity, but with the Emperor, that might be China that stops it. The attempted steal, the poor choices, being forced to walk away, in retreat, connections between the 2 companies are on this downward spiral due to this unbalanced contract. Oh, that's an interesting path because you've then got the betrayal and the infighting. Betrayal and the infighting. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at that because I wasn't sure. Like I was going, who's going to stop this? Is this going to be? China love nothing more than to take down World Liberty Finance and Alt 5 Sigma. They would love nothing more. Tell me, is it going to be the Chinese that do this? Destitute out in the cold. I mean, this could be this card, which is showing itself again. I mean, it's about the 4th time I haven't always held it up because it just shows itself to me in a glance. Could be the Chinese government. We've got the Star. We've got the Fool. Well, this could be the White House thinking it was all that in a cup of tea in the bag, but you've got the Fool and the Downfall. The rash action that has put the spotlight on this deal, the infighting, the betrayal, and yeah, they're all the same cards again, but it's an end of this oligarchical empire out in the cold. So is it let me have a look. Let me put those back really randomly. Is it the CCP that is going to take down this deal? Is it the Chinese government that's going to throw the spoke in the wheel, the spanner in the works, the sugar in the jet fuel? Is it going to be the Chinese government that, for whatever reason, puts the kibosh on this deal that'll lead to pretty much the downward spiral of both companies? Okay, come on down. These cards are flipped out, so let's have a look and see what they are. Right, the secret dealings done behind the scenes, the big stick, the nightmare situation, volatile information coming forward, the Star, and the rejection. The plan. So the secret dealings and the plans fast turning into a nightmare, trying to recover it. But something here, the star player is facing rejection. The Sun card, the end of this legacy, end of this oligarchical money. The King of Swords, Queen of Cups, trying to keep a lid on the situation. The Eight of Cups walking away. The Eight of Pentacles. And then the Seven of Cups, the delusion, the hard work that happened behind the scenes. And the delusion of it, the shell game. The money trail. There's glue trying to hang on, but Ten of Wands and the Lover's card, the contract, ending, overreach. Where's the other 10? We had another 10 here somewhere. It's probably under there. Ending, Hermit, diminished, and another ending, and then the Tower. Ending of the happy families, the diminished value, the loss of money. Eric's going to be blamed for it. I'm just going to put it out there. Eric's going to be blamed, but I hate to say it, he's not actually the one to blame. They're going to say he was sloppy, but it was just that, it's because the Ten of Swords, that's all four of the tens plus the Tower in play there. Why are the Chinese going to some sort of announcement being taken, birth of something new, diplomacy? What have we got happening here? Well, they just keep going. There's just too many of them. Where did I have the ones that flipped over? I'm sure I had some flipped over in the deck there. Oh, look what's secrets being revealed. Information getting out, trying to keep it under wraps. The Devil, contract with the Devil, Fool's Gold, the dark money behind the scenes, the Trojan horse, trying to bring it to fruition in regards to some sort of trade, but there's no ships on the horizon. The infighting, the Fool off the cliff with those that were not. What I'm getting is that this deal was not done with the approval of the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party. This deal was not done with the approval of the Communist Party, which is why they're going to Wheel of Fortune, the higher authorities, the inability to move forward. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting that this deal was done without the tick of approval of the Chinese government. And so they're the ones that are going to pretty much, they don't want, imagine they not want it. I would have thought the Chinese government, because then the data centers would be under the control. Oh, there's that again. Secrets, dark money, Trojan horse, false offer, the plan coming to fruition, but the ship's not arriving. Attempted steal, shining the light on it that brings an ending, so, and ending. 10 of Cups, 10 of Coins, and the Death card. Legal action, Star, or the one that was very publicly seen for doing this with the Six of Wands, and all those that were involved. Going to have a big stick moment. On the bottom, we've got hidden agendas, but then the Ten of Swords. 1, 2, 3, tens plus the Death card, ending to this attempted steal. Yeah, I'm getting that it didn't get the tick of approval, this deal, of the Communist Party. So therefore, they're the ones that are going to put the kibosh on it. And it's not going to end up well for all those involved. It's almost like they're going to lose their Five of Pentacles, because that's also the Five of Pentacles is my moral, financial, and ethical corruption card. Oh, they're not happy with glue in regards to this. This is, I want to ask. I'll grab those cards again. Is this the first step? Yes and yes. I just split the deck. Ten of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Huge yes there. Financially going down. My question was, is this the end of, is this the nail in the wheel that will bring down World Liberty Finance and Alt 5 Sigma? And yes, that's what I'm getting. Yes, stupid fool. They can go on the rims. They can go on three tires for a while. They'll limp along. They'll end up on the rims. But no, it's a one-way track with this, and I'm getting that it's the Chinese Communist Party that's going to rip up the contract. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Just never ends, does it? Okay, catch you shortly.